Queen's Musical Theatre's winter semester production is Heathers, the musical, which follows the story of Veronica Sawyer as she navigates the usual trials of high school: friends, popularity, love, and murder. Kate Megginson, who plays Heather Chandler, and Alexa Jacoby, who plays Veronica, are here to tell us more about it. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so the Heathers, we said the usual stuff that goes on in high school: love, friendships, murder. Okay, so maybe without giving away too much of the plot, tell us briefly what the Heathers is about.
It is exactly what it sounds like. I mean, it's about, my character Veronica. She's starting her senior year. She gets sort of adopted by the popular girls who are all named Heather. She meets her first boyfriend. It's all very exciting, and she's navigating, senior year and this newfound popularity. And then things start to go a bit south. She gets into fights, and there is at least one murder in the show.
At least one murder. Okay, awesome. Well, let's hear a little bit about your characters. Maybe we'll start with you, Kate, one of the Heathers, as in the title.
So Heather Chandler is kind of the main person in charge at the high school at Westerberg. She is a very, very mean person, but also very, very popular.
Okay, amazing. And then what about you, Alexa?
Veronica she starts off the show, she's a nobody, just trying to get through the year. And then all of a sudden, the Heathers take her in because she's good at forging documents. And they see a purpose in her, but they also see that, maybe she could be beautiful.
Yeah.
And so she's sort of trying to stay true to herself and to her friends and her family, but also trying to be popular. I mean, it's every kid's dream to be popular. And so that's sort of where the main conflicts in the show come from, is her trying to navigate her old life and her new life.
Oh, interesting to see how that integrates. And so when is the show running?
It's running from April 10th to 17th at the Baby Grand Theatre.
Oh wow, quite a run there.
Yes.
And I understand tickets are going fast. There's still some available, potentially at the time of filming. Let's hope. But if people want to get tickets, where could they go to get tickets?
If they head to the Queen's Musical Theatre Instagram, just at Queen's Musical Theatre, they can find a link to go through the Baby Grand, as well as going to the Baby Grand's website and look up Heathers, and it'll be waiting for you.
Amazing. So you mentioned Queen's Musical Theatre. So this is a production put on by Queen's Musical Theatre. Maybe, Alexa, do you mind telling us a little bit more about Queen's Musical Theatre and what it's all about?
Of course. Queen's Musical Theatre, it's a student-run club affiliated with Queen's, obviously, in the name. And it's completely, everything is done by students. All the tech, all the blocking, staging, choreography, everything is student run. The whole cast is students. And it's a really, really special club. I've been a part of it since my first year. I've done, I think, 5 or 6 shows. It's just a really great experience. And you don't have to be a theater student to do it. I'm an English major. I'm not, in the theater program, but it's a really good opportunity to make friends and get some experience and to sort of get a vibe of what doing actual theater is like. We're performing in this real venue where they do shows all the time. It's really exciting, and it's a really special club, and it's meant a lot to the people who've been in it these past few years.
Amazing. And so Kate, you are a theater student, right?
Yes.
But so also part of this club. And I understand that it's a lot of work to put on a production.
Yes.
And the club does more than one a year, is that right?
Yeah, so we do 2 shows per year, and they both take place during the winter semester, but the first one rehearses during the fall semester.
Okay.
And it's 2 professional level shows with student level education.
Wow. And so how do you find that as a student to balance the demands of a theater production with your studies and all? That's a lot to take on.
It can be difficult at times, definitely, but because we're all students, we all understand that we have priorities with getting our education as well as doing the show. So I feel like there is a very good balance that ends up happening.
Okay. And so do students also pick what the musical's going to be and get to decide? Wow. Okay. And so what was the thinking besides choosing this one? I think it's kind of a cool subject matter, I guess, to explore.
Yeah, I think basically it's there's a board, and then they pick a director, and the director pitches some shows. Our friend Serena Abramson is directing. She is fantastic. I love her a lot. And I think what she was going for was something contemporary that featured a lot of performers. Because Heather's yes, it's about Veronica and the Heathers, but there's lots of characters. Everyone gets to sing and to dance and to speak, which is really, really hard to find in some of these shows that schools pick sometimes. But I think it was just creating a fun vibe, a fun show with really iconic songs and costumes, and I feel like Heather's is you know, one of the more iconic sort of cult classic musicals and movies. So.
Amazing. And Kate, any favorite parts of the musical that you want to share?
There's too many to list. I think my favorite one is this number called Candy Store that the three Heathers sing to Veronica. And it's this like epic rock number with crazy dancing and crazy harmonies. And it's a beautiful, beautiful number.
Okay, amazing. So you're one of the Heathers.
Yes.
And then you've been pulled into their circle.
Yes.
Amazing. Is the club just every year looking for new members? And yep, so every year people can join, any experience necessary?
Yeah, you don't have to have any experience at all. I know people in the cast who've done like hundreds of musicals. I know people in the cast who this is their first one. And even to be on the technical side of things, it's a learning club. It's a learning experience. And so you don't have to have any experience at all.
Amazing. And then the public can keep an eye out through the Instagram, you're saying,
Yes.
right? Like and the website. Is it are the shows typically at the Baby Grand, or does it vary?
They're all over Kingston. Like our last
Okay.
production, Sunday in the Park with George, was at the Tet Center.
Oh, okay.
And previously, a lot of the shows were at the Rotunda Theater at Queens. So
Okay.
they're all over Kingston.
Okay, so the best way is to just go on the Instagram account, I guess, for page. How old am I? You can tell. You can go on Instagram and just see what's happening, what shows are playing. So right now it's Heathers the Musical, which is happening at the Baby Grand. So check out Queen's Musical Theater Instagram or the Baby Grand to try and snag the last few remaining tickets up there. And then of course heading into next year, keep following them, keep checking out any other productions that they've got coming. It's a great group of students putting out wonderful pieces of entertainment for people to enjoy. Thanks so much to the two of you for being here today.
Thank you so much.